Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny Ray.
And Amber Lay.
Yes!
It is guest galore in here.
Oh gosh.
It really is. We have the gorgeous Rita B with us.
Doesn't match your energy. Like, that was so cute.
Thanks.
I'm actually trying to be sexy, not cute, but
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
know,
cute.
no,
I'll
Okay,
take
no,
cute.
sexy cute.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sexy cute. Oh my God, remember when everyone used to call us cute?
Oh my
We'd be
God.
like, is
Stop
that our
saying
brat?
that. Especially men.
Men would be like, you're so cute. And it's like,
Yeah. I'm trying to be
I
sexy
thought-
again.
yeah,
I actually
no,
fancy you right now, so what we
Yeah, I
doing?
will need you to love me. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
for
I
having
feel
me,
like
guys.
it's been kind of long time coming, kind of not, but we finally got you here. Thank you. How have you been? Let's start. How's your day been going today?
Yes.
It's been really good. It's been like one of those days where like I thought it was a light day and then it ended up being a heavy one. Do you know what I mean? Like just lots of little bits but I went to the gym this morning. I was really proud of myself.
Well
for that.
done.
But I was really surprised at how full the gym was because I thought everyone was supposed to be working.
What time?
So I kind of walked in and I was like, wow, no one wants to work anymore. Because why are you all
No,
here?
they don't.
I don't get it. I come at the joblessness hours.
What, like after 9?
Yeah, like
Okay.
after 9, I think I went like maybe like 10 to 12 or something like that. And I was
Oh,
like,
that is an odd time because
No.
I get
Right.
like the lunch timers between
'Cause
like
I thought
12
1
and
o'clock.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was busy.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Full of men, ironically.
That's
I'm not
the thing.
saying
Any
anything.
lookers?
No,
No.
but it's just the fact that they're meant to be at work and they were at the gym. Yeah.
These are the same men that be doing Twitter fingers like,
They're probably
I
tweeting from
want to
the
do
treadmill.
50,
Yeah.
50, this and that.
Yeah. But it was a good day. It's been a good day. It's
I
been a
love
good
that.
day.
So this is like life of a freelancer,
Yeah, literally.
doing it all full time.
Literally, yeah.
How long have you been doing? What would you call it? Content creating, being you, being paid to be yourself.
I really call it being alive, but
Being paid to be alive is fun.
no, I'm joking. I'd say content creator. Like, yeah, content creator. I'd say I like to go with that title.
Yeah.
because I just do like lots of little bits and bobs, and it doesn't feel like it's categorized. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing it full time now?
Since 2021, I would say. Like it started in 2020, but I'll defo say I think 2021 was when it was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
How did you like make that decision of like going full time with it? I feel like was it an easy decision? Like, yep, or
You know what? Life kind of decided it for me. Actually,
fair.
yeah, I
Love that.
didn't really think about it, to be honest. It kind of started when I had the salon and I sold it the end of 2019. Thank God, because obviously I did not know the pandemic was coming.
Yeah.
Such a
And
perfect
then
time.
I had the salon. If I had the salon during the pandemic, I actually would have been finished. I would have been finished, like, because already the business was like tough already, and then obviously the pandemic,
Yeah.
it took away so many businesses. So then obviously when the pandemic happened, it just kind of gave me an excuse to actually post online, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Right.
And then from there, it just started to kind of build like naturally. And then by mid 2020, the salon was completely sold, as in like, everything was done. And it was like, what do I do now?
Oh my God, sorry, but like, so sorry to the person that bought it right before. Sorry, it's not even funny. But like right before the pandemic,
I
like,
said
that
Yeah.
is-
sorry to
Obviously,
that
you
man.
was like,
Yeah,
no,
honestly,
sorry to that
I was
man.
like,
Unique.
I'm so sorry to that man. Like, honestly, like, because what the timing.
Honest.
But you know what? I think he was all right. Like, he used that, like, he owned like a lot of the shops on that road.
Okay.
So I think he
fine.
was good, because I would have felt sad if it was like
Little small
someone,
business.
yeah, that wanted to just start and get into beauty. I would have felt really bad. But
Yeah.
for him, I think he was fine, and he was like prepared in a
Yeah.
sense, because I already told him, like, he wanted to like rebrand the business anyway and stuff like that. So yeah, when I drove past like a year later, it wasn't even the same place. It was a nail shop and
Oh,
something else.
wow.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so-
Interesting. He said, no pandemic's going to stop me.
Yeah, he said he's good to go, and yeah, so yeah.
For anyone who's listening that doesn't know, how would you describe your content, like your videos? What type of content do you... I mean, if you don't know, literally sleeping under a rock. But like, how do you describe your content?
That's such a good question. How would I describe it?
Because, okay,
No.
I go to your page when I need to feel good about
Yeah.
being in a shit situation.
That I've heard
But
this
like-
before,
but
actually.
like-
I love.
No, but I
not
like
I
that.
go
not
to giggle,
that. Yeah,
but
but
yeah,
so
I
that
hear
I
that.
can giggle. So it's like, do you know what? With all due respect, like, obviously it's jokes, but it's like, these jokes are so relatable.
Relatable.
Glad I'm not the only one.
One.
Like, kind of, not saying like
Yeah.
it's you, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
nice to go and it's refreshing and it's like,
I think it's
I
like,
love that.
you're really good at tapping into those like secret emotions, things that
Yeah.
we won't even want to tell our friends we're going through, and you're just like, I'm down bad, but make it funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
watch it and you can really like relate to it.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it's
and then
like
I
a
can
survival
have a giggle.
tactic, actually. You know, because if you don't laugh, you will cry. That's what
100%.
it comes down to, really.
I knew about you before, but when I stumbled on your TikTok and I was like, this is a follow moment, was when you were doing like day in the life of getting over my crush. And you're there in the coffee shop.
as well.
I was
Honestly.
I
like,
was like, that is.
I was like, that is what it's
Yeah.
like.
I was like,
Bro,
oh my
'cause,
god.
yeah. And I actually remember when I first started that, like, I think my first ever day in the life of getting over the boy I used to fancy, I was literally getting over the boy I used to fancy. And I felt like the only way I could get over it was by making a joke.
Yeah.
Like, it was the only way, because I was down so bad. And I remember, like, booking this job. And I was like, I can't believe they're making me work. I was like, I'm in pain.
Don't you know what I'm
I'm
going
actually
through?
heartbroken, and you're making me go and work. So I just remember thinking, day in life of getting over the boy I used to fancy, part 1. And I just remember like literally watching visuals and then coming up with it as I watched it. And it was literally the only way that I could somehow like process what I was feeling whilst also making a joke of it and exaggerating it, obviously,
Yeah.
you know, to just make it relatable. Because I was like, I know I'm not the only one. And
Do you know? I think what makes it's the boy that I fancy, not even the guy that I work with, like not even like the guy
you know
that's
what
my
I mean?
boyfriend, but it's actually like my
Yeah.
crush. And it's like, wow, so we're all delusional.
'Cause it be
we're
like that,
all
do you know
going
what I
through
mean?
like mad heartbreak with someone that probably
Exactly.
don't
You
even
don't even know I exist.
Do you know what? Yeah,
Literally.
because I don't like it. Yeah, when like, because I feel like we live in this like world where like people like to downplay like dating, and it's like you can't downplay dating. Like, I know it has to be oh if it wasn't your boyfriend or it wasn't your girlfriend, doesn't mean anything. But it's like, no, I was popping your spots, so it meant something to me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's intimate. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't play with me.
Sorry, that
Like,
always went over my head. I was like, Poppy who? Poppy what?
What I mean is in like
No,
the
yeah,
level of
yeah.
intimacy
Yeah,
that you
100%.
experience when you're dating someone. It's there, like it's like, oh yeah, we're really, really close, and then suddenly you're not talking anymore, and then suddenly it's like, oh, but it was nothing because it wasn't.
Because you didn't
official.
get a
Yeah.
title or
And
yeah,
it's
no,
like,
very true.
what do you mean? Like, we were sharing our lives together, even though there wasn't really a title. So I feel like a lot of my content does like, you know, speak for that category of women who are in that place of like dating and fancying people that don't know that we're fancying them, and they have the audacity to get a girlfriend, and it's like, I fancied you, like I fancied you,
No,
like
it's
how
that one.
how dare you? How actually dare you? Like,
No,
it's
no,
really
no.
I even
upsetting.
just recently went
No,
through
yeah,
that.
she
so it's real
literally
tears.
It's
like
so
just
upsetting.
went through that. But then it's more upsetting. Sorry, I'm speaking on behalf
No,
of
it's
you.
fine.
When they're still messaging you like we're mates, and it's
No,
like,
but it's like, so do you love me
Or
or
not?
not? Because now I'm confused.
Like, I'm trying to be your lover. You're trying to be my mate. Like, what's going on? No.
doesn't make sense.
No.
See,
No, it's
This
too much.
is, and I feel like as well on this pod we're very like, we share the realness about dating, and like we share the parts of it that like people don't like to share
When it's shit.
when it's shit, like it's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
It
And I
is.
feel like we're going through a really bad time at the moment, and it's really difficult to talk about it because I'm at that place now where like I'm over laughing so I don't cry. I'm like,
yeah.
that's all saddle.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Sorry, trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Like it is really difficult,
No,
but
it
I feel like
is.
content like yours really allows you to like get out of that kind of pit and just be like, do you know what? Life actually goes on,
Yeah.
and it's fine,
Yeah.
and I'm not the only one.
Exactly.
Have you ever had anyone ask you, is that about me?
Not directly, but I know there's like, I would have like guy friends. I remember one of the guys I was dating, my guy friend literally sent it to him and was like, it's about you kind of thing.
No, but why?
And
Why
then
you
he
gotta
was
do
just
like
like,
that?
yeah, and then he was just kind of like, you know what she's like, she's just joking around, like it wasn't that deep. But I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that deep, because it was that deep actually. This video wasn't that deep,
But
but
my
it was
feelings
that
are
deep.
real.
Yeah, but they haven't said it to me, because you know what, to be honest, I don't always like when I talk about the situation, it's never really straight away.
Yeah.
So I think it would be kind of hard for them to even tell, because I could be chilling and then I would remember something from 5 years ago and I'm offended. Like, but it went over my head 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? But I could be watching something and suddenly I'm like, wait a second. Ain't no way that's what Joseph did to me. Do you know what I mean? And now I have to talk about it.
Now I'm mad. I'm big
now,
mad.
now I'm pissed off. Now
Like
I'm
it was
pissed off.
yesterday.
Yeah, now I'm pissed off. I'm actually pissed off now, but it was 5 years ago. So Joseph is with his kids. He's not seeing it. He's not seeing the video. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. It's not always direct, because I find that when it's actually happening live, I can't really talk about it. Because ain't shit funny, sorry.
No.
But
Feel free.
Swear.
yeah, but it's not funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not funny. Like, every time I'll try and make a joke about it, if someone laughs in the comments, I'm like, nah, actually.
Because this is fucking serious.
this is
I'm
real
going
life.
through this right fucking
Yeah.
now.
So I have
now
to delete it.
I'm thinking,
Like, you're laughing a bit
you
too
laughing
hard.
at me?
Yeah, you're finding this way too funny, actually. And now it's hurting my feelings. So, yeah, we've got to delete that video immediately. So,
No, but literally.
yeah, so I don't talk when it's live. It's usually I've really like healed and, you know.
And now you can yourself look
Now
back
I can
and,
laugh
like,
at
do
myself.
key.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I'm like quick to do it like off the back. I'm like, oh my God, what can I do that's funny? But I feel
Right.
like that's also like kind of my coping mechanism.
Yeah, I know.
As well.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
find a funny sound, and I'm like, oh my God, like when I got the ghosted one, and I was like, what the fuck, fucking fuck, you know, that Britney Spears one. And it's like, oh my God, fuck, shit fucks, chick balls, and it's like POV, you got ghosted, and I'm watching it back, and I'm like, but
Too
oh my
soon.
God, I'm like, this is so funny. It's so funny how I got ghosted, and but it's like it's there now, and the people them liked it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get endorphins actually from the support. Yeah, I hear that.
I don't have the confidence to do the like trauma response jokes about my own things.
Really?
I'm not there yet. I think my coping mechanism is acting like it never happened.
Oh yeah.
Which that's a therapy
Yeah,
story for
yeah,
another day.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
actually go about my life like I'd barely do indirects.
Yeah.
I barely.
I don't know how you do that. I'm oh my
Yeah.
God, I
I
have
don't
to
do
hold
indirect.
myself.
I'm like, you're literally dead. Like, I don't even know who you are ever. I didn't even meet you.
Yeah, I used to actually do that. Because obviously my background's acting, and I still act now, but it's mainly my background. Anyways, what I would do before is that I would pretend that it was a script that I read. So
Sorry.
I would like think of the situation, and I'll be like, that didn't happen. That was a script. I read about it. And the more I would tell myself it was a script, it will get to a point. There was one time I remember specifically, my friend was asking me about this guy. And I was like, who? She was like, so-and-so. I was like, wait, was that real? And I was like, oh yeah, that was real. Yeah,
my
but in my
God.
mind,
That's really
I just
good.
created like a story. Like it just didn't happen. So that is a higher level of delusion, actually.
I was gonna
Fair.
say, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That's
it's
wild.
giving delusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
like,
I was reading so many scripts, especially during that time. So it was just kind of like, okay,
this is another story.
now you're a character.
But more
Yeah,
time,
you're
when you
correct,
think about the situation, it is giving script because this can't be real.
It can't
like,
be
did
real.
that actually happen in
It
that
can't
way?
be real.
It's not normal.
Do you,
No.
you know when you're just like literally doing the most randomest thing, like I don't know, watering your plants, and then it hits you, and you're like, fuck, like me, like that happened in my life.
Yeah.
And then you just have to deep it, and you sit there, and you're like, well, damn. Back to watering the flowers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like such
yeah,
a weird
yeah.
situation. Like you can go through so many like traumatic things in your life, and like one day
Just
you're
tuck
just
it
like,
away.
oh my God, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Survive
back to
that.
my life.
No, literally. Oh my God. So you touched on the fact that you have a background in acting. I don't know if you guys have seen this post that everyone shared. I shared it on my story about like, you lot are not afraid to like switch things up. I've lived like 4 lives already. I thought of you because obviously you're coming on. You have lived so many different lives and
Like
done
so
so many different. Do you want to just give a little?
Yeah, I have lived so many lives. I like it though. What have I done? I never. Do you know what? I've lived so many lives. I always forget. I think that the main ones I would say is my acting era, which isn't an era that's dead. It's still there. I just like taking a pause. Obviously, my salon era, my online business era. And now I'm in my content creation era. But I went through like a really strong girl boss era. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think that's like linked to the salon. Do you know what I mean? Like doing up panels, wearing blazers, you know, talking about how you can be successful, you know, even though I didn't know how. but I tried to tell people how. Do you know what I mean? Because like, do as I say and not as I do. So obviously I went through that. Oh, I don't know why I just... See, that's how disgusted I am of that era. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that was like that era. And yeah, I think that's like 4 different lives, I guess. But the thing is, like, I don't even see it as like lives. I just feel like we evolve. And I think people don't allow themselves to evolve enough, actually. I just think that, like, a lot of people like to box you into something. So I remember when I was in my salon era, and I remember, like, you know, obviously I've always acted. That's actually been the first thing that I've always done. I've been acting since I was like 11 years old. And I always remembered like feeling a bit embarrassed to post videos online when I had the salon, even though that I think at the time there was, so before TikTok, what was there?
Musically.
Vine.
So I remember wanting to do Vine, but then feeling like I couldn't because people see me as this business person, right? And this person that's really serious and all of that kind of stuff. So I feel like sometimes we like allow people to like box us in this place of, oh, she's a businesswoman, da 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 da. So people were saying it to me so much that, oh, you're a girl boss, you're a businesswoman, you're this, you're inspiring. Do you know what I mean? And that was high back then. You know,
it was
Sophie Amoruso just released that book, Girl Boss, you know, Nasty Gal. So that was like, you know, it was a big moment. But then I think one day I was like, I don't feel like a girl boss. Do you know what I mean? And actually, I don't care to be one. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's when it started to kind of marinate in my mind, actually, like, why am I doing this? Am I doing this for people? Or am I doing it for myself? But what was so hilarious was even when I did close down the salon, I can count on one hand the amount of people who messaged me and was like, what happened to the salon? And that made me realize people don't care. Like, people literally don't care. There's some people who follow me and they can't remember when they started following me. They can't remember that they started following me because of the salon.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because people take what you give them. You know, after a few videos, they completely forgot I had a salon. It's only when I drop it on my story, they're like, oh yeah, I remember you had a salon. So those are the people I was dying for.
So true.
You didn't even remember I had a salon. Do you know what I mean? And imagine I would have been there killing myself like, oh no, because I'm a girl boss. People don't care. They don't care.
That's so true.
If I became a singer tomorrow, people are not going to remember I did funny videos. Do you know what I mean? Someone would just randomly find it and be like, oh my God, yeah, she's a girl that did funny videos. No one cares. And that's how I see it. Like, I just do whatever I feel like doing and just rebrand. I'm thinking of a rebrand right now, actually.
I love a rebrand.
I love it though.
Listen,
but it takes
we
a
get
level
very
of
scared to
boldness.
rebrand.
I think in the past, but I do feel like, speaking on behalf of both of us, you can feel free to interject.
We do everything together.
But similar to you, I feel like we went through those periods of like, oh God, we can't do that. Even starting this podcast was a moment of like, oh God, like people are just going to be like, it's just another thing. It's just another thing. And I feel like now, because we've done so many, it's just another thing. Yeah. It's like you, I might start doing trampolining tomorrow. I don't know. I might start doing gymnastics. I feel like it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And just tag it onto the many things, because like you said, like we do evolve, but I do appreciate that it takes a level of boldness, because not everyone is confident to really like try things, like especially when you speak to people and they're like, oh I like what you're doing, I really want to do this, but I'm not sure, I don't know. I'm like, just start. Oh my God, just do it. You just have to start. One's ever like great on the first thing, or like the first funny video you post, like it might have gone viral, but sometimes you might have got 12 views. Do you know what I mean? So
because I've got friends as well that like, when I was on holiday, one of my friends like, oh, like I really want to start this page. Like I've actually got the Instagram page there, like the name and everything ready. I was like, so why are you telling me this? Yeah. Do it. Like, do it. Yeah. I was like, I don't know why you're explaining yourself to me, because you should just do it. Yeah. Because but I'm like, are you trying to what's the word I'm looking for?
Feedback.
No, prove something to yourself, because like you're telling me and I'm like, yeah, do it, and now you're still umming and ahhing. Like how many more people do you need to say do it? Yeah. No, do it. Yeah. Oh, but the people, I'm like, who cares about the people? Are they paying your bills?
No, just start there.
Are they gonna beat you? As you'd say, no one's gonna beat you. Just fucking do it.
Yeah. It is hard though. I mean, I would, because obviously for me, I think I was really forced to do it, because obviously, when you have a business, you're like, oh my God, like, should I get rid of this? Blah blah blah. There's so many questions, but everything went wrong. Do you know what I mean? Everything went wrong every time. Even when I decided that I wanted to sell it, I remember like even the lead up. there were still moments I wanted to change my mind. Obviously, I was doing it for 10 years, you know, and everything I tried was going wrong. Like, everything that used to work stopped working. And that's when I knew it was just time to go. Like, even just things as, like, with the salon before, staff would last, like, maybe 3 years, 4 years. People used to always say you're so blessed that you, like, get to keep your staff, because obviously it's not easy in a salon business to keep your staff. And I remember, like, when I wanted to sell it, and then I was thinking, maybe I don't want to sell it. I would hire people. They won't even come in. Like, they will say that they come in, and then the Friday will come and they won't even turn up. And now I've got customers waiting.
Is that because they can just do it from home? And is that what
it was?
Yeah,
it was like there was just something in the air where, like, nothing was working. Do you know what I mean? Nothing was working. The staff weren't staying. It was like a really, like, it became like almost a toxic environment for reasons I don't even really know. I can't even really pinpoint it. It was just such a weird time where nothing was working. And I always think that that's like a really clear indication, because like you said, I think not everyone's going to be bold enough or afforded the afforded the privilege to just get up and leave and do something different. We have responsibilities, we have bills and all of that things. But I think when you're really meant to do something, when it becomes really difficult, because a lot of people think when it's difficult, that's when they have to push harder, right? Oh yeah, I have to overcome this challenge. Sometimes it's not a challenge. Sometimes you got to go. Yeah, it's not a challenge. It's you've got to go. Like, initially you try, and then it's like, actually, let me sit down with myself. Maybe this just isn't working. And that's why I always tell people, like, people are so scared to fail. Like, they're scared to look like failures and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm not scared to fail. Like, if I failed, then I failed. Do you know what I mean? The salon, in a way, was a failure. It didn't last forever, what I thought it would. But it did what it had to do when it was here. And now it's gone.
10 years is a long time.
That is a really long time.
Oh,
some people aren't making 20s. One.
Yeah. Literally took my 20s from me. But
do you feel... That's quite sad.
Yes. I mean, it is, isn't it? When you deep it.
Yeah. Do you feel quite not regretful, but like maybe I wish I'd not done that at points, or do you think that was like a part of your life that had to happen to get you for this part of your life to happen? Like,
oh, sorry, did I cut you off?
No. Sorry, I just like to like repeat
Extend
what I
questions.
actually just said. As you were.
So I've gone through different phases, but actually, no, I don't regret it. I think what the salon did at the time, I think it was really iconic. And when I say it, it's like, but you failed, but I don't care. What we did at the time when we did it, it was great. Like, no one was doing it. It was a great place for Black women to come. It was just amazing. I thought it was great. You know, we had a great time. It was good whilst it was good, and then when it got bad, it was just bad. I think if I didn't do it, I don't think I'd be the person that I am now. I do think it has come with some unnecessary trauma. Do you know what I mean? And unnecessary things that you deal with. Like, when you have a business, for example, your feelings don't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're very used to putting your feelings aside. You want to keep the peace. Oh, how are you guys doing? And you do that for 10 years. Suddenly, you're kind of knocking on your chest and you're like, where are my feelings again? Like, I don't feel anything. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't really know what I need, because you're constantly thinking about what other people need. And you don't really realize that until you're not in it. So it's only when I stopped the salon, I realized, oh, I'm not as anxious as I usually was. Like, when I had the salon, I was waking up every day, my heart was gripped, because I'm like, what's going to happen today? Do you know what I mean? What am I going to have to deal with today? Like, what bill is going to unexpectedly pop up? Like, how am I going to pay wages and stuff like that? Like, but you get so used to it because it's your life. It becomes part of you. And then when you stop, you're like, oh, I don't feel like this every day anymore. It's a bit weird. Or you're used to working really hard in a different kind of way. And now I have a job where it's more flexible, and it feels like I'm not doing anything even though I am. So there's bits of it that obviously if I could go back in time, it would be nice if I could have avoided it. But ultimately, I think, if I could go back in time, I probably just, the only thing I would have done differently is leave sooner. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, when it really wasn't working, instead of like putting myself through what I put myself through, I think I would have just stopped earlier and just focused on myself. Like, it was just never really about me. And now I can focus on myself, and that's really nice. So, yeah. Why do you guys look so sad?
No, it's just so
like,
lovely.
It's like a full circle moment. Like,
I'm like, saying something that's sad. Like,
no, but I think it's just the thing. I guess it's just like a hindsight is always
2020, but
nice. Like just looking back, and I guess as well, like seeing like where you've come to now, and then I guess like looking back and being like, oh, I went through traumas and this and that, and like your anxiety, and like just seeing that growth. Like it's just nice to hear, and it's like it's nice to hear that like you feel like you are in a much better place, and you're living a lovely, I hope, lovely life than what it might have been.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're always
so
like very
sentimental.
emotional.
So we're just like, oh my god, wow, she's
like,
she's happy.
And it's like that's so lovely. We're such losers.
Am I saying
What
something?
am I saying?
No, literally, someone play the piano. But no, that's lovely.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think I could be a business owner. I've always said that there. I just don't feel like I feel like I'd fail in like the first month.
You'd be like, Prinny.
I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I just don't have. I feel like you have to be a very specific type of person to be able to do, and I'm not that specific type of person.
I think
I just managed to come here and
I'm crying.
do what I have to do here, don't I?
And then go home,
and then go home, yeah.
But it is good to try things. Like, I
think
really
so.
respect all the entrepreneurs that just try, even if it doesn't work out. It's like it might, but like you said, the only thing you regret is maybe the extra time you stayed. But everything just happens for a reason, and you look back and you're like, I met this person along the way, and now maybe like you're seeing like kind of full circle moments in everything.
No, it's all about, I guess what they say in it, it's all about the journey.
Yeah,
it's all about the journey. But sometimes it doesn't feel great in a moment. But I mean, it's interesting because it all just comes together in weird ways. You know what I'm saying? There's friends that I've made through the salon. The salon's not there anymore, but we're still friends. Do you know what I mean? So there's moments that just obviously made complete sense. But I think ultimately when you're not living out your purpose, it's just not going to work anyway. Do you know what I mean? You can force it, but like how long are you going to force it for? And that's what it comes down to. And sometimes you leave by yourself, and sometimes you get forced to leave. Like me.
I love that. But do you feel like you're more aligned to, because purpose, I find it a difficult thing because you never really know.
Yeah,
but do you feel a bit more?
Not really. I mean,
But what is purpose?
Because
you can't.
It's just so difficult.
Yeah, and I just think I do think I'm more. Yeah, okay, all right. Actually, I do think I'm more in the space I'm supposed to be in. I think, like I said before, I think with the salon, I think I was meant to do the salon when I did it. Do you know what I mean? I think that was needed and that was necessary. And I think now, I think I'm doing again what's necessary. I don't know if it's my purpose.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but I know that I feel more aligned, but still not even 100%. Do you know what I mean? I still have days where I'm like, what am I doing? Every other day, actually, I'm like, what am I actually doing? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what am I doing? How long am I going to do this for? Like, how do I evolve from this? Do you know what I mean? And I just think you don't really fully always know. Like, we change so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to be like, this is my purpose. You know, it might just be making people happy and making people laugh is part of my purpose. And then it's just going to be like through different channels, you know. But I do think I've always been really creative and I've always been that type of person since I was young. So I guess I'm in the neighborhood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's locked in.
Yeah. You're still evolving and growing.
Yeah, but it's I'm definitely in the right neighborhood. I think before I was in the wrong area, but now we're back on track.
Boss babe.
Yeah.
When did you I'm assuming that you've always been funny, but when did it click that you were like, I'm fucking jokes?
I've always known I was funny, actually.
Fine,
Love that.
No, honestly, I've like throughout my whole life, I've always been like someone that's funny. Like, people have always said that I'm funny. I mean, my dad didn't think I was funny actually for a long time. So my dad used to say to me that I'm not funny, but I was like, you're just a hater, because I'm definitely funny. Do you know what I mean?
That's such a dad thing.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
say.
and it's now like he'll be on my TikTok at night with my mom and they'll be cackling and laughing and they've got their favorite videos and stuff like that, which is really nice. But I think throughout secondary school, like, I was always known as someone that was really funny, even when I had the salon, like with customers and stuff like that. But I didn't know if it translated in terms of filming videos.
Yeah.
So I think that was the different. Do you know what I mean? Because I would do a video and people are laughing so much. I'm like,
This
is my life. Like, do you know
It's
what I
just
mean?
normal
Like, what's
to
so
me.
funny? Like, what is so funny? But then there'll be some videos that I'll do and I'm cracking up because it's really funny to me. So there are some bits that I'm like, yeah, that's funny. But I think the journey has been discovering that it can actually translate like on screen. Because obviously when I was doing like with acting, I was never getting auditions for funny things. So I just thought I couldn't act funny. Like I was one of those people that you meet me in person and I'm funny, but then it doesn't translate on screen. So I think so I guess TikTok showed me that actually you're not just funny to your friends and family, that other people, strangers also find you funny, which I still find weird.
I do. I think you're hilarious.
Thank you.
How do you deal with like, because sometimes I stay in them comments and I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, like on your behalf, and I'll never forget. It's the video when you're like, oh my god, like I called the guy up and I said good morning and he didn't say good morning. I was like, I feel like everyone fucking lost their marbles.
What were the comments saying?
They were like, oh, see, this is what I mean. Maybe he just meant this and maybe he just meant...
Was it guys?
Guys, girls, you know, the little pick-me's. And it's like, first of all, it's a fucking joke.
First of all, let's start
like, can we just all behave for ourselves?
It's actually a joke. Like,
and then,
it's a joke.
And secondly, that's it. There is no secondly. But people really got their knickers in a twist with that video.
Oh, God.
What, like, how do you...
I just ignore them.
Manage that.
I just ignore them. Like sometimes I like laugh because sometimes it's just actually hilarious. And then obviously you want to fight. You know, you want to like, you know, prove like, be like, yeah, like, and it's like, how many comments can you reply to? Do you know what I mean? And some people are just like committed to misunderstanding you, and some people don't have a sense of humor, like at all. I'm like, how did this go over your head? Like. I know that sometimes my humor is very straight, like, so it is kind of hard to tell if I'm joking or not. So I do understand that, but I'm joking like most of the time. Like, I just feel like why would you, of all my videos, take me seriously here? Like, I'm joking most of the time. So why would you suddenly think that I'm saying I'm never going to call a man again? That's just showing you the level of my drama. Because it's not that I wouldn't say that. Of course I would say that. Like, I said to my friend just the other day, like, I was like, oh, he took ages to text me back. So guess what? I'm never texting a man again in my life. And she didn't turn around and be like, Rita, don't be like that. She just knew that.
Bit of drama.
It's a bit of drama. Do you know what I mean? Just sprinkle some drama. That's it. Like, it's nothing serious. So I think I just look at it. And sometimes I do have like, those comments weren't that bad. Like I've had videos where like people are like really attacking me, or like they're saying things, oh, you're gonna remain single forever, and that's kind of mean because you don't know how I feel. Do you know what I mean? And you don't really know my dating situation either, because my videos aren't super personal when you know in the moment if I'm seeing anyone, so you don't even know me like that. But also you also don't know if I am really single and I'm really sad about it, and now you're saying to me, you know, I'm going to be single forever. And I'm way too Nigerian for that, child. Because I'm like, God forbid. I'm praying against you now. Because I'm like, don't be speaking over my life because you didn't like my video. Do you know what I mean? And I've had a video like that where it was really bad. Like Nigerian men and Caribbean men. And they were just speaking mad things over me. And I was like, whoa. Slow down. And now we're blocking because, you know, I don't like that.
Sometimes people are scary.
Yeah, it's really scary because it's like, it's not that deep. But why are you so angry about something a stranger said?
They get so riled up.
Yeah, they get really,
so riled up. And it's like, if you really take a second off your phone and think about the situation you're getting mad about,
it's not that deep.
Does anyone actually care?
And also because of the way TikTok is, it's like you're scrolling. They can say something so mean and so vile. 2 minutes later, they've completely forgotten what they've said. But the person that's receiving that is actually like a lasting message, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
I'm always ready to tussle under our pod videos. I'm like, let me at him. I'm like, let me in there. Let me in there. Prinny's like, no point. There's going to be more. I'm like, let me in there. But sometimes I do. I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Mate, I was going...
Sasha 21222. Fuck off, bro.
I was going back and forth with a little burner account on Silent City Diaries Instagram while you were on holiday, one of our videos. So I was getting bare riled up. He's like, you don't know anything. Like, why are you talking about this? I was like, because it's a fashion and lifestyle podcast and it's kind of fashion news. So I just feel like it's in the topic. It was like, anyway, whatever with your 1.8k followers. And I was like, why you gotta hit me there? Like come on,
sir.
come on, like it could be 10K, but like
Doesn't matter.
It was at that point like, I blocked and reported him for bullying.
Yeah. Because
I
was like
reporting people.
I was like, that was mean.
That was
mean.
That was very mean. That was very mean.
Didn't need to do that.
No.
Yeah, it's mean.
But the social platforms don't even really help you anyway. They'll come back and be like, oh, we reviewed it and it's not bad. So, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it is bad. I'm upset.
Awful, actually. Yeah, a woman called me a prostitute one time.
Oh.
And my video got reported. Her video stayed.
Oh,
Because
she stitched.
Yeah, so she stitched my video. And I think it was a video where basically, and this actually happened to me as well. I literally was in Oxford Street or somewhere in central London. And a guy came up to me and he goes, look, I know that I can't afford you. You know, I know I don't have the money to afford you, but you know, I just wanted to see if maybe I can get to know you or something like that. I can't remember, but it was in the video because at the time I put it vibrating. I was like, what kind of intro is that? Like, why would you say that to me?
I know I'm not on your level.
At least lie. Do you know what I mean? But I meant that in like how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Like, why would you come at me like that? You don't know who I am. You don't know what I'm about. You could be a great person. Maybe you're having a hard time. Like, why would you just come at me with that? Of course, I have to say no. I have to respect myself.
Yeah.
I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're broke, but let's make this work.
Charity
No. So obviously, I did a video on that and I was getting attacked. And then this woman then stitched me and she was all like, yeah. You see, this is like the women of today. She's obviously a prostitute.
Not
she
obviously.
only wants to get with a man that has money. Blah, blah, blah. So now when I replied and obviously gave it to her, I can't remember what I said, but obviously she didn't like that. So she then reported my video, got my video removed whilst her video stayed. And then obviously like all of my like followers were like, you know, commenting on her, like attacking her, you know, for what she said to me, obviously. And I kind of let it ride because I was like, you called me a prostitute.
Yeah.
For
nice.
what? Like, because what?
Because someone said they were broke.
Like, yeah. And
unprovoked.
And that was unprovoked. I was chilling. Do you know what I mean? So that's when I was like, so that was a video that I was like, I was getting really attacked. And it was funny in the beginning. And then I had to log out because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was coming in like numbers. Like, it was
So
crazy.
at that point, do you just... You let the comments run or you do lock off the comments?
Nah, I let it run because I'm like, let me get these followers.
The engagement?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So even a video like that, I remember I got loads, like as much as I got the insults, obviously the video did well. And obviously I also grew from it as well. So I just let it ride out. But I just had to log out to like protect my peace because it was getting too much.
Yeah, it does get like that.
Yeah, good on you for keeping it up though, because it's so easy in moments like that where you're like, this ain't even worth it. Or like sometimes it can knock your confidence to the point where maybe you're just not funny anymore. Like obviously not you, but like...
No, I did go through a phase. I was like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you do, I think you do, because you always think, is it a one-off?
Yeah.
And like you're always scared that like, oh, I'm being funny, and then you get too comfortable and you're like, oh, and then you post a video and not one laughter, and you know you're trying to be funny but no one's laughing. You're like, oh, maybe this isn't funny. But I kind of use it as like a tester because I kind of see it as like, how I see content is like actors and movies. And I feel like we all have our favorite actors, but we don't necessarily love all of their films. But there's always going to be someone who loves it, right? And you've got like the films that are massive hits, box office hit,
Sell
right?
out,
Yeah.
sell out.
Then you've got like the indie films that like not a lot of people know about it, not a lot of people might like it, but you've got like a few people who still like it, but it doesn't stop you from watching their next box office hit, because I don't think you're gonna have a hit after hit. It's the same with your favorite artists. Do you know what I mean? Like we know the main Destiny's Child songs, but I've heard some songs and they're pretty dead actually. I'm like, this song is not a hit, you know, and that's why we don't know it. And that's kind of how I see content. Like not every video is gonna hit. Not every video is going to go viral, but there is going to be someone new who discovers you. And if that's like 2 people, 3 people, that's still something new. All you can do is be consistent. And that was like my rule when I started, because it just felt like too much pressure. Do you know what I mean? You get a viral video and in your mind as a creator, you're like, oh, I need to recreate this. Yeah. But you don't even know what made it go viral, really. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And it's always an unexpected one.
Yeah, and the more you obviously do it, you're like, you kind of do know, like, you know, you kind of get an idea of, you know, a video that works and a video that doesn't, but you can't control like how far it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? So if you get in your head about that stuff, you're going to get stressed. So in my mind, I'm an actor, and if it doesn't bang, okay, that wasn't a box office hit. Like, it was indie. Okay, indie. Like,
That's such a good way
No,
to
it
think
Do you know what
about
I mean?
it.
Like, it's fine, and then you
Yeah.
kind of learn from it. You see what works, what doesn't. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that's the only way that you can be consistent. You're not gonna have a hit after hit after hit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's hard. I just find the whole content creation thing so hard.
No, it is.
It is very I take like a hat off to yourself and like other content creators that just
Yeah.
that just like do
Totally.
it consistently. I do like 2 videos a month and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like woo, and I'm like, I'm celebrating 2 videos a month and they're doing like 3 a day. This is wild.
it's
I listen,
crazy.
celebrate it anyway. Like, honestly, it's just,
It is.
I think it's everyone's different. Do you know what I mean? Not everyone is an everyday content
Yeah,
creator.
no,
Some people just
can't.
post like once a week, but it hits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it just depends. I think if you're doing it every day, you have to know that not every video is gonna hit. Like, I just think realistically, it's just not. And that's
We
it's okay.
had a question for you from one of our cousins. We call them cousins, our listeners.
Oh,
And she said, what is the secret to your confidence to post comedy online?
I'm very shameless. I'm just shameless. I think that's the
That's so
best way
good.
to put
Yeah,
it. I'm just really shameless. I look at people and I just think you're not better than me. Like, you're just, we're literally the same. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I love it when someone will post something and it's just a little bit off. Like, maybe, I don't know how to describe it. It's in my brain is really strange. It's really hard to actually find the words, but I don't know. I'm just quite shameless, you know? And I just think, like sometimes I say, like, I'll watch a video and I think it's funny. So I'm like, if I find it funny, at least 2 people are going to find it funny.
Yeah.
Someone's going to find it funny. But I do find it scary. Don't get me wrong. Like, I remember when I first started, I would post and then I would turn my phone away and not look.
Yeah.
But also I would say, like, my friends helped a lot. Like, I have a friend, Bola Soul, and she was literally the one that forced me to post my first TikTok video because I was definitely...
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was on my neck. To the reason I even posted it the first time was because I wanted her to leave me alone.
Did you share it around like, haha, this is something I've got?
Oh, I would never do that. I'm not even. No, I prefer strangers. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I'm not sending a video to my friend, and then my friend's like, that's not funny. But I'm like, a stranger might think it's funny though.
Fine.
So I would rather go the stranger route.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you guys don't know me. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, but I think it's scary every time. But I'm just shameless of it. It's like, no harm done. You know what I'm saying? And also, I did train as an actor, so that does help with the confidence to kind of know what clicks and what doesn't.
Yeah, of course. You need that kind of
Yeah.
A little boost.
to help you.
Yeah.
Has I've always wondered this about your content as well, because I would say like a majority of it is quite like dating heavy and like about not majority but like about men. There's like a good handful. And have you ever found that it's been like difficult? I don't know if you're single or not, but like if you were single at the time, like navigating dating or being like, oh god, what if
They see the video,
what if they see the
or seen the
videos or
videos.
this and that, or has people been like, I know about you, like has that, because that's one of the things that also like shaped me up. I'm like, what if the man in my dreams sees my videos, he's like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, see
like,
my
you're
TikTok and my doo-doo plats.
yeah,
and-
no, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, because I'll be doing crazy shit on my TikTok as well, like in my pajamas, like drunk
just
doing a
chilling.
dance.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, that's like
That's
how-
not me.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but it ain't me to
yeah,
you.
Yeah. I kind of switched up my content a little bit to try not to talk about guys as much. I feel like, but guys do watch my content, which I found quite soon. Like, so they don't share it publicly, but they share it in their group chats,
Oh.
and they just find me really funny.
Good.
Like, which isn't. I mean, I want to be sexy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's giving, you know, it's not really giving what I need.
Right.
But yeah, I found out early on that a lot of men watched my content. Like, I'll be out and they'll be like, you're so funny. Da, 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 da. I watch your videos. I'm like, but you don't post it. And he goes, no, it's in a group chat, innit? In the group chat, da, da, da. And I'm like, cool. But yeah.
How many group chats are we potentially in?
Do you know what I mean? You're
Oh my
potentially in a
God,
group.
my
They be
life.
sharing in the group chats. But it is a little bit weird because of recently, I would say, like when I was on dating apps, like guys will be talking to me and they'll be like, oh well, you know, I have to say like I already know you, like I've seen your videos, and then I feel like, oh, we can't talk anymore.
Bit like
Do you know what I mean? It just kind of feels weird. So I've been getting a lot of that. And I remember a guy, we were talking and he hadn't seen my stuff. And then randomly he decided to check my Instagram. And then he came back to me and goes, oh, I saw your Instagram. Really, really interesting stuff. And I never heard from him again.
Sorry.
So that was nice.
Cut the cameras.
That was nice. I kind of
But at least he came back. At
At
least he came back.
Because I get ghosted all the time. Like, in sense, like, oh, let me see your Instagram. And then I send them the Instagram and then I never hear. And I'm like,
so what pic was it?
So what was it that did it for you? Was it the reels of me on holiday? Was it the pictures? Like, so I'm butters.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's
How can you say very interesting? Did you give him the Insta or he just found it?
He found it. I think my profile was linked to my Instagram.
Yeah,
but we were talking, but he hadn't looked at it yet. So I guess as we were talking more,
he had a look.
He decided to have a look. He followed me, mind you.
Okay.
But he just never spoke to me again on the app again. Like, and he's never spoken to me since.
Such
So I do
losers.
wonder, because guys say to me all the time, they're like, you're just so funny, you're so cool, you're so this, but nothing's really kicked off of it. Because also a lot of guys don't actually think I'm single, so they think I'm joking about that.
Yeah.
So I get that a lot. And then when I'm like, no, I'm single, they're like, oh, okay. But nothing really comes of it. Like, it's like in the beginning, it was kind of exciting. So I was getting loads of guys talk to me because they just thought, oh, she's pretty, but they didn't know I had a personality or whatever. So then it was kind of exciting. But then the more visible I've become, the less they kind of talk to me, actually.
They get shook.
I think a lot of them are really intimidated by like hyper visible women.
Yeah, so they just don't really.
They're pussies.
Yeah, they don't really talk to me, actually. Matter of fact.
And I also feel like when you have a online profile and you're doing a lot of things, a lot of men put a personality on you that might not actually be who you are. And they'll think maybe like, okay, fine, you're funny, but like deep down maybe you're stush or you're uptight or you're bougie, like uptown, you're not down to earth, you're not gonna cook 5 times a week and all of this stuff that maybe they have on their agenda. They want the quiet girl at home that just goes to church and the library.
Boring.
So
I'm telling you, the
I
church
don't know,
girls
it's quite difficult, but I just think you just got to be yourself. There's nothing worse. I've experienced like dating men and I come out and I'm like, you know what, you didn't even know me. Because I was presenting what I thought the world, like what I should be to the world versus actually just being myself. Like, I'm 100%. Fucking weird. And that's okay.
And that's okay. I think the best thing you could do is just be yourself. And I guess that's the good thing about my page, is that you go on there and they're more shocked when they see me because then I have makeup on and this, that.
Right.
So then they're not even, you know, my videos, no makeup. I could be in my big old rollers. I could be in my headscarf. My hair's not brushed. Like, you know, I love TikTok for that because it allowed me to just not care in that sense. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't need 100 guys to fancy me. Do you know what I mean? I just want my guy to fancy me. Do you know what I mean? And my guy will love the fact of how I am or my big rollers or whatever. And I don't feel like I owe it to any guy to prove to him whether I will be a good girlfriend or I'll be a good wife. It's like, fuck around and find out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to prove, if you don't think I'm wifey, if you don't think I'm wifey material, good for you. Because I'm not wifey material to you. I don't be cooking for these men. Do you think I cook for these men? What? I'm not cooking for.
I hate that narrative.
Yeah, no.
Who are the girls that are cooking for these men?
I'm not cooking for these men. Like, if I obviously like, if I want to, like, I will. Like, it's not like I have this rule, but I'm not gonna come at you and be like, hey, I know how to cook. Like, of course, I'm an adult actually. So I cook because I need to eat. Like, I'm not gonna prove to you. And if a guy immediately assumes something about me, like, oh, you're really bougie or you're really this or whatever, I just let them have it because I'm not gonna try and prove myself to you. Like, you either want to get to know me or you don't. If I want to get to know you, like, I have guys that will come on a date with me and they have interview questions, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, one guy literally took out his phone. He's like, I wrote a bunch of questions that I wanted to ask you.
Do you think he does that with everyone, or he's...
I don't know, child.
Is this normal behaviour?
Yeah, he had a lot of questions.
Dating is shock horror.
He's definitely the big red flag there.
He's the problem.
What the fuck? He's the problem
He
in
had
this
a
situation.
lot of questions. I was like...
So how was he? Was he like, I'll ask a question and you ask a question, or he was just like back to back?
He will kind of ask a question and then I would ask as well, but it really felt like interviewee. I didn't see him again.
Of
Hope
obviously.
not.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
But it felt a little bit interviewy. And then I remember there was another guy who recently said to me, oh, so how would you describe your personality then? And I was like,
God, go away.
and it's because he'd seen my videos. So it kind of felt judgy. I could be overthinking it, but it kind of felt like he's seen my videos and now he's met me. Do you know what I mean? So you see my videos and now you met me. Now you want me to describe what your videos are. And it's like, you don't go up to actors and you're like, are you exactly like your character? Do you know what I mean? Just let me be. Like, it's not that deep. Like, just get to know me. Just actually ask me, not an interview question, but just actually have a genuine curiosity. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's lacking, the genuine curiosity, because they already think they know everything about you. Like,
she needs to get on Raya.
Oh, I'm on Raya.
I don't even think Raya's it.
Yeah,
it's
Raya's
not
it.
No, I'm not on it anymore. It's not. I think Raya is so dead.
Because the only thing with Raya is that everyone's kind of a somebody there, so that bit gets like
Yeah.
Oh, I just I can't do it. I fucking hate men. Like, I just...
Is that where you're at with it now?
No, that's really where I'm at with it. Like, week in, week out, I sit down in the same chair talking to this stupid black mic, and I'm just like, I've got nothing good to say.
No.
Like, I genuinely don't have anything good to say.
No, I hear it.
And it's like, it's a shared experience.
No,
I just can't, like, they are crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, we have to, like, go through all these experiences and just, like, get on with our day. Like, that's not normal. Like, that actually isn't normal behaviour.
No.
And, like, but they're made to think that it is normal. Like, a lot of what they do is just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then you're meant to sit there and enjoy this guy after guy after guy. Then they fucking sit there and they say there's no good women left.
Oh, no.
No. They tweeted that yesterday, and I was like... Bro, so you're saying there's no good women left. We're saying there's no good men left. So where do we go from here? So what is the problem?
Yeah.
Like, there's
It's
obviously
difficult.
something...
I honestly think the problem is there's a disconnect in what men say they want and what they go for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is. And they go for someone that maybe doesn't actually align with what they say they want. And then they complain when that person doesn't match up with what they say they want. And that is the problem.
I agree. I think, and I actually think it's a bit on both sides, actually. I think we say we want something, but then it's not really what we want. And then it kind of is. It's just weird. I just think personally, I think the whole thing is just weird. And every time I see someone like get married, I'm like, wow, you bust case.
Then you made it.
I'm like,
God,
you really made it. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, because I'm just like, it's such a beautiful thing that you find that two people really just genuinely like choose each other, and they're like, yeah, I want to do life with you, and they're like, yeah, I want to do life with you
But
too.
that's all it is.
And it's
just
so nice. Do you know what I mean?
One person.
It's just that one person.
Yeah.
So it's like you just have to obviously you just have to keep going, right, and keep figuring it out. But it is definitely weird, and I think I'm just at a phase where like I just find men really uninteresting at the moment.
Yeah,
that's all it is, really. Like, so it's not
head.
like I don't meet men. I meet them like all the time, but like, it's like they talk, and I'm like, you're talking rubbish.
No, quite
like,
literally.
and you're lying, and I can see that you're lying, and I just look, and I'm just like. And they always do everything I think they're gonna do. Like, I just look at them, I'm just like,
I wrote the script.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't break my soul. No.
That is so
it's
funny.
just crazy, but
they're just so predictable.
Yeah.
That's
they're
what it is.
really,
They're so
really predictable.
It's
But
like they've all read the same fucking book.
Yeah.
And it's like the only book in the world for men, and they've all read it.
Yeah.
Because you see them come out. But what you both just said, how like we're looking for what we want in different people or whatever. What did you say? We know what we want, but I reckon what it is, both guys and girls, I think this is for me as well. What we want isn't visually attractive to us. So they show up in people that we don't actually find physically attractive, because I've seen many a man that has attributes that I like, but I don't.
Yeah.
And then it's the men that I find attractive. So it's just, and I feel like it's just it's a physicality thing. So it's like, do I just have to go for like not my type?
No.
And just fucking call it a day?
I
don't want to have to do that.
Don't do that. I was on the phone to my best friend just earlier when I was getting ready. And there's this guy, it's like a friend or whatever that kind of likes me, and it's like a running joke. She's like, oh, like,
who's
go
that?
there, you know. It's like, and then I'm just like, no, like, I don't want to be with someone that I'm not attracted to, because then if someone comes that I like that is putting it on me, I'm gonna leave / cheat.
Yeah.
However the circumstance goes, and it's not fair on that person. It's also not fair to me, and especially when it's like, I've been through the trenches. This is not my final stop. Like, I just don't feel like I went through all of that to just be with someone that I actually don't really want to be with, just because maybe you're a nice person and you like me so much. And because also, don't even go for the guy that likes you more than, because when they get you, they're going to treat you like ass crap.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be more pissed off that it's like, I settled for you.
Yeah.
And you still took the piss.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think you can go for a guy. I think it's good when a guy likes you more than you like them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's good to get with a guy who has been like, I've liked you for 10 years.
Yeah.
And
They get you and they're like, I'm
give
in
in.
now.
They
done.
get you and then suddenly they're like, yeah, I don't want her anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't want her. And that did actually happen to me. Like, there was a guy that, like, he had said that he liked me for ages. Do you know what I mean? And I just really, for some reason, I just wasn't ready to really be with someone like him. It just wasn't really my type. And it was also just something that just didn't click for me personally. He was a really nice guy. He was good looking, but it just didn't really click for me. I remember one day I decided just to give him a chance. And yeah, he just wasn't on it anymore. He wasn't on it. And I remember saying to him one day, I was like, you know what I feel like? I feel like a pair of shoes. Like, I feel like, you know, when you keep going past a shop and you're like, oh, I really want those shoes. I really want those shoes. And then you finally get the shoes and then you're like, I don't really like them anymore. I was like, I feel like that's how you're treating me. He was all like, yeah. Yeah, that's what he said to me. Yeah, I remember. I was like,
Thought you agreeing with me.
I was like, oh.
I know
okay.
I'm right, but
yeah, I was like,
could have said I was wrong in this
like,
situation.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Cool. And that was the end of that conversation. But it was just interesting because, like, he just seemed so on it. But I think for some guys, it gets to a point where it's like they have to prove to themselves that they can get you. And then once they get you, it's like, oh, I didn't actually want her. Or also, like, their perception of you is what they want. And then you like them back, and then they're seeing a different side to you. And they're like, oh, actually, I'm not really into that. And, you know, I can't hold him. Do you know what I mean? If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Do you know what I mean? I just remember thinking, I knew it. I knew you didn't like me. Do you know what I mean? I was like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, you just proved me right. I knew that you didn't really like me.
I've literally just gone through that whole situation.
Oh, was that you?
I feel really... Yeah, this guy that was like sneaky link for like, what, a year and a half? He's like, let's take it seriously. So now I'm like, I'm on you. I'm putting in effort. I'm open.
Yeah.
I don't think he really liked that.
Oh.
And it was just weird.
So what happened?
Oh, I locked it up with him over the weekend. Well, actually, I had an argument with him a week ago today. He still hasn't responded to me. Oh. But that's a story for another day. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take a sip.
See, I hate that.
Like,
I don't like that.
What's annoying is... I'm not even like... What's annoying is that I've been so understanding, like, the entire time of us knowing each other and, like, understanding you and your fucking dumb little whatever the fuck you're going through in your whole entire fucking life, yeah? You dumb fucking fuck. And the one time, yeah?
Sorry. I'm glad not... It's the delivery.
That was a mouthful.
The fucking fuck.
Yeah.
And the one time... I just want to give you a piece of my mind, nicely, mind you, let you know how I feel. You cut me off, and now I'm on one, and you just don't respond.
That's such a red flag.
It's cowardly.
It's cowardly, and it's like, you don't even have, like, common courtesy or decency or respect, respect to me, to just hear me out or, like, acknowledge that, like, you have hurt my feelings or you have made me feel a type of way. It's like the defensiveness was so mad, and I'm just like, you were never like this until I started actually liking you back, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, I can't, like, I'm not really ready. It's
given avoidant attachment style.
Oh, 1000%, 100%.
Yeah.
So avoidant, because it's like, you like me. So what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
yeah, 1 plus 1. Yeah.
is like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
making sense.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's what it's like. It's like they'll be on you. All them times you were on me, yeah. We doing off the club. We doing. Are you gonna stay on? Yeah. Now when I'm available, I'm calling you saying we'll do something, babes.
Now you're moving mad.
Is our CB yet?
I don't have
Are
it
you
in me.
fucking dumb?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I felt that.
Oh,
No,
I'm so annoyed because
No,
I'm like,
I
what
felt
the hell?
that.
And also it's like,
Yeah.
do you
let it
know
out.
who I am?
No, because
like
he
I'm
doesn't.
actually fucking paid.
Yeah.
And I've got so much to offer. I fucking listen to your fucking bullshit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
No, but I love the revelation though.
You let that out.
No, you let it out.
I felt that.
Listen.
No, I felt that in my soul.
Oh,
Our
I haven't been able
podcast,
to
it's
scream about
weekly.
this
It's
since-
weekly therapy, and sometimes it's good. Like when you
Honestly.
say it out loud like this, you deep it. Like you
what?
deserve better.
And you know,
Yeah.
so many times I've gone back to be like,
And
you're a
another
coward.
thing.
And just be like, not even to argue, but be like, you're actually just a prick at this point because you
Yeah.
didn't. And I'm like, you don't even deserve an explanation because you know what you've done.
Yeah. But sometimes let them know they're a prick.
No,
No, seriously, because sometimes we do this thing where we're like,
High
Oh
roads,
yeah, it's like
they
oh,
don't
I'm not
deserve
gonna
to.
do
They don't
it.
need to
Yeah.
know. Da, 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 da. No, sometimes even if they don't reply, but let it be out there.
It's been a week today, and now you've got my stories on mute, and I look pang all weekend. Yeah,
Stories on me. Oh, he's not watching the story.
you're not fucking watching my stories.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
the part
fucking
that hurts.
fuming. I'm fuming. Let me.
He'll be back.
We'll follow up on dating diaries.
We'll follow up on dating diaries,
Yeah.
yeah,
He'll be
because I've got
back.
one. Oh,
Alright.
sorry for
Well, I mean,
that.
although
outburst.
sometimes they don't come back. That'll be so real.
He won't be back, but
It
like,
doesn't. I don't even think he needs to come back.
Yeah.
Like,
He
sometimes
doesn't.
it's just
It's
like
done.
let's
Let
just
it
move
go.
on. Like
Yeah.
better woman than that.
sorry,
But
God.
No, I hear it. I hear it. Let it out.
Sorry,
we're gonna follow up on dating diaries.
Yeah, we'll follow up
But,
on dating diaries.
In the spirit of onwards and upwards, obviously you mentioned like content creating and recently started being in your hosting bag. How's that going? And is that something that you see like growing and building?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm just really open. I think like altogether, I'm just like a creative person, and there's just so many things that I want to do, like, and so many things that I'm kind of like working on and like behind the scenes and just kind of figuring it out. Do you know what I mean? Because nothing is forever, right? You just have to be prepared, you know, to just be able to pivot at any moment. Do you know what I mean? I'm always ready to pivot. So the hosting stuff is really fun. It's very scary hosting because you're doing it in the flesh. Do you know what I mean? You're getting a reaction straight
What's
away.
that like? Do you get free reign to just like say whatever, or are you kind of like structured?
I mean, I haven't done a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the last one that I did, I was able to like come up with the questions, and I was able to like, they gave me questions as well, which was really helpful because I love structure. And then I was able to just kind of give my idea of like how I wanted to do it. And once I said it to them, they really liked it. So I was like, all right, cool. Do you know what I mean? So I think it just depends on the project, because I feel some like companies or brands just want you to just keep it straight, right? And just give them, make it specific, ask the questions and go. Whereas others are like, yeah, have a little bit of fun with it. So I think it just kind of like depends on what they're looking for per se. But I'm really early to it, to be honest. Like a lot of my friends are like presenters and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know how you guys do what you do. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like in the just learning stage and just kind of figuring it out. Like it isn't like a concrete career path that I'm trying to go on. Do you know what I mean? Like
Testing the waters.
So you're just going with the flow. I love the openness.
yeah, I'm just open to it. I'm an actor. That's what we're finna go back to.
Though.
But
Okay.
the
This
presenting
year?
stuff is, I mean, when it does happen, like I just
Okay.
think it's not everything you have to like put a timer on. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think sometimes you have to go with what is working right now.
now.
Do you know what I mean? And you focus on that, and then you use that to then be able to do other things. But I think sometimes you want to do like every single thing at the same time. And if it's like not hitting, and it's not hitting, and it's okay. It doesn't have to hit at that time,
Yeah.
but it's a skill that I know that I have. So I just truly believe that when the time is right, when the opportunity presents itself in whatever form it does, I'll still be able to do it, because it's not like the skill has disappeared now because I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean? At this moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's kind of how I see it.
I get what you're saying. It's nice little motivation. We're coming to the end of the
I
pod
know.
though.
I feel really
How did time
motivated
just
by
fly?
this episode though. I feel
No,
like
literally. Be bold. Be open.
bold. Don't fucking care. Do what you want to do. Like we say that,
Be
but like
yourself.
I actually just feel it. Like I feel
yes,
like
feelings.
Yeah. Especially because we're getting to like halfway through the year as well. I don't like to be
Yeah.
boring, like, checking on your goals, but it's like
No,
it kind of gets to
defo.
that point of like, how's the year gone? am I being true to the person I said I wanted to be this year, and like continue in the flow to like end the year
strong. You know, every time we get like a creative guest and they're like things like, just do it, just like end the job, or like I just had to stop the job and this and that, and I just did the freelancing and I did the creative thing, I'm like, I need to fucking end the job. I'm like to getting rid of the 9 to 5. I'm like I'm bare whispering.
You both do 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
But it's good though. At the same time, there's stability. Do you know what I mean? Like, just
that's
knowing.
what keeps you there.
Yeah.
It's that knowing there's money coming in every single month. The 25th of the month, and you know how much is coming.
I'm not going to have to do a young night shift somewhere to...
Do you know what I mean? I think it is good. But I just think...
Stacking shelves, like, is this my life?
Yeah, because that will actually, like, if I think I'm D-word now, I will be more D-word then.
Yeah. But I think it has its own like pros, you know, and I think I always say, like, when it comes to 9 to 5s, because even when I think about the salon days, I think one thing I would have done differently for sure is I would have opened the salon later and I would have done a 9 to 5 first, because I think one of my struggles was because I had never really been an employee. It was quite difficult to be an employer. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And understand like your staff and understand like, you know, why certain things are important and how they want to be spoken to, because I was never really an employee. Like I did like waitressing and stuff like that, but it was quite light. But in terms of like every day, like having to get someone to tell you what to do and stuff like that, I didn't really experience that. So it was really difficult for me to then apply that, because I was doing a salon when I was 21. Do you know what I mean?
Gosh,
so that is real girl.
It was right in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good, and I just think as long as like as creatives, if you are doing 9 to 5, as long as like you are being true to yourself and you're still doing your creative stuff, I think having that 9 to 5 is good for as long as you can do it. Do you know what I mean? To just stack up that money, because honestly, you will feel like, trigger warning, you want to die when your invoices ain't getting paid. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, you would want to scream. I had a company recently tell me 60 days to pay me after I'd done the job, after I'd planned the money that I was spend the money. I'm thinking, looking at the date that the money is coming today, they're talking about, actually it's coming in this day, which meant 60 days. Like, and I'm like, I've got bills to pay, I've got rent to pay. I wanted the floor to literally open up and just take me, not the floor, but you know what I'm saying, like something. It's just so frustrating, because who do you shout at? What can you do? Like, you can't now go online and start moving mad, because that's gonna affect your pockets. You're still expected to still be creative, but you're worrying heavily about your money and what's coming in. And I just think when you have that security, it allows you to be even more creative. Like, you owe it to yourself, like, to just not chill. If that's what you want to do, if you want to have the money and you also want to be creative, you owe it to yourself to like send that money on an errand. Do you know what I mean? And like make sure that you're using it to do the stuff that you want to do. If you're just sitting and working and you're saying, I don't want to do my 9 to 5 anymore, but you're not using your money to do anything creative, please
stay in the 9 to 5.
Like, please keep it on the playground. Do you know what I mean? You're not serious. Like, seriously though.
No, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? But if you're getting that money, that gives you peace. So you're like, I've got money in my account, so I can do this, or I can do that, or I can use my money to try this out, because you know that the money that you spend, you're gonna get it back on the 25th. As opposed to when you're just doing it, I'm triggered anyways. It's a lot. It's a lot. Is. So when you're ready, of course, say bye 9 to 5 and do your thing and jump and do it, but just make sure that you've got money in your account. Money makes the world go around, please.
It really does, and it makes me so happy.
That is a good bit of advice. Stack before you quit, basically.
Because it's a lot, and it's, people don't talk about it enough, but it's so stressful. Like, when those invoices aren't paid, when my manager will try and give me more work to do, I'm like, are you okay? How can I work under these conditions?
Where is HR in this?
Like, no, because how can I work? Like, I can't think. I can't think. I can't do nothing. And then I'm thinking, I need to get a man, because if I had one, he would like,
look after me.
You split the bills.
And that's why I said, you know what? If it's not for love, it's gotta be to split this bills.
No, it's getting.
No,
because he lives, it's getting to that point.
No, it's getting to that stage, because I'm thinking, if my invoices are late, my stable financial bae will be like, it's okay.
I got it.
Ree, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I
Like,
got
we're
you,
good.
boo.
In fact, your money is just pocket money.
Yeah, that's why I can't. That's why it's so bad. Like, because obviously I'm on the come up, so it's bad to say you don't want to be with someone else on the come up.
Yeah,
Like,
no, but no, we can't both be
No, we
struggling.
need someone that.
And it's like, when's your invoice coming in? Mine's coming in on this.
We
day.
need
Oh,
someone
no,
in the
mine's
stable job with
no,
the 2 computer screens and the desk and the
Give
mouse
me the
and
2.
everything.
Give
You get
me
it?
the 2.
Something's
what?
happening, the
I need
headset.
to put that. Yeah, you got 2 computers.
As in
screens.
the
Or
vision
even,
board.
you know the one that's wide.
curvy
like
one,
Yeah,
the
the
curved
wide. Yeah,
Something
like
like
you got 2.
mouse, keyboard,
Okay,
the whole
yeah.
thing.
I don't
Yeah,
even need to
all of
ask what
that.
job you do anymore. You got 2 screens.
But
Yeah,
We're in there,
I
we're in there.
need that.
No.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can I just quickly, slip this in?
That's what,
Don't
sorry,
know
I
what.
was gonna say something so inappropriate. I'm so sorry.
No,
Carry
go
on.
on.
No. No. Carry on.
Sorry, but DLT Malta.
It wasn't what it was, man. Like
Oh.
I know it was fun, but
I was
Oh.
gonna say, go on.
We thought it was a time.
We thought
no, it was
time.
amazing. Like, I had the best time. Like
The
it was
videos were
so
really
good.
videoing.
It was so fun. But obviously, my friend Aloni did a thread, and
Oh yeah,
obviously,
we saw.
I had to clear my name. Yeah, I had to say I was not on a sex vacation.
I'm not a part of
No,
that.
that's not
was
me.
So wild.
I don't know what y'all got going on.
That's not
I
me.
was there.
Me. Okay. It was so much fun. Like, it was like just being with your friends in the heat and the music, and it's just good vibes and good drinks and just really, really fun. Obviously, you do like meet people, but not really. It's just, I don't know. For us, it was very just cool, PG and fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
love a
was
good
as shocked.
holiday like that.
I was as shocked as everyone else. When I read the thread, I said,
But
No.
where was
So,
everyone?
no,
doing?
some of them were fake.
wild. They had
The
to
one
be
where they
fake.
said they watched Gossip Girl, I said, no, you're taking this
I was
script
like,
too
was
far.
I in Spain? Like, that's not my Malta. Like, we were all messaging each other like, that wasn't our Malta. This is not the Malta we experienced. But I guess
Wow.
everyone's different. But honestly, I think it's like, it was such fun. Like, everyone just fun. Everyone just looked buff. Everyone just looked sexy and free.
We said this as
Do you know
well.
what I
on the
mean?
Yeah,
It
the
was
girls
girls.
came through.
The girls.
You going again
Yeah.
They
next year?
said we're not
No.
going.
Okay, tired.
No. That was my first ever party holiday.
Oh,
And I just wanted to go to say that I like
Yeah,
done it.
yeah.
But I'm getting on now. Do you know what I
Fine.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, next year I'll be with a child.
Mate, they're
Like,
already
I can't be
doing
in Malta next year.
Payments at the end of this month or something.
Oh, is it?
Or like in like before payday.
Oh, God.
And
How
everyone's
does that make
like,
sense?
"Can you relax? We literally just got,
just
back,
got back.
and we're
We're
trying
recovering.
to
Yeah.
And it's someone was like, they definitely got things to pay for because why is it so fast? But it is giving we
The
got people
shade.
to pay
Yeah.
because it's like we just got back.
We just got back.
At
Yeah,
least
and
give
it's
us
not
a
a
couple
payday,
of, and it's
yeah.
not even payday.
Has it
We-
even been
we've
a
not
payday
done it.
since?
Are you gonna go next year?
No, it's not been one.
I'm open, but I think if I was to go, I would want to go to DJ.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, that's
Not
how I
as
feel.
a-
Yeah.
DJ.
DLT people, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I would like
Because then I
to
think
go
I'll
and
enjoy
DJ.
it a lot more.
Knowing that like you're working as well.
Yeah.
Because
You're
we have
getting
just as
paid.
much as a good time, like DJ. If not, I feel like I usually have a better time when I'm
DJing,
DJing.
yeah.
Because I'm choosing the song.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm behind.
And it's
I'm
like-
dancing. I'm warmed up. I'm drunk. Now I get to go into the crowd and dance more.
Yeah,
Like, it's just
like-
better.
And it's so nice, like, knowing that you're all bringing a vibe for
Yeah,
other people.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that experience is like
Yeah.
0 to none. Is that the
Yeah,
saying? Like, it's
yeah.
just so nice when you
That
see
sounds
people like,
cool.
yeah, and it's like,
I know.
I did that.
I got you, boo.
I'm like, wait 1 minute, hear this edit. I love it. But yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I mean, defo do it, man. Like, it'll be sick. Like,
But I need to get in the gym before I go there because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
girls said that we're going gym this year, but I missed that memo. Like, but
Yeah.
they
No, because
they
they were
actually
really.
meant it.
Yeah, you guys
Like,
were
they
really in the
actually,
gym.
Like, they went to the gym. We
Yeah.
like fake.
I was
went.
going to the gym, do like 20 minutes on a treadmill, and I'm like, yeah,
I'm done.
Kind of capped here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down.
But
That's
no, the
enough.
girls said hello, hi.
Yeah, the
We've
girls
arrived.
were really in the gym. I was luckily in the
Even
gym.
you. What do you mean the
Yeah,
girls?
but I wasn't planning on. I booked my ticket for Malta the week before,
Oh.
so I wasn't even planning on going Malta. I have just been on my. Do you know what I mean?
You're on your Zoom.
Yeah, I've been on my Zoom.
At 10.
Like, yeah, I just woke up one day and I was like, I can't let laziness stop my buffness.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's got to be another reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was seeing girls, I was liking their body. I was like, I'm liking their body, but they're just going to the gym, which I could
Literally.
also go to the gym.
That's a quote. We need that on a t-shirt. I can't
Do you know
let
what I
laziness
mean?
stop my buffness.
I can't
So
let
gym
laziness
wear.
cap my buffness. Like, so that's what made me start going to the gym. Literally, that
God.
realization. And I was like, yeah. And I just started going.
That
And
is
then
so
obviously,
true.
like, I just, I started working with a trainer, like an online trainer,
Oh,
Bethany.
good.
Amazing. And that just helped me just, because before I was playing games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was going Pilates like once a week.
Triggered.
I was taking an Uber to Pilates instead of walking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I went on my Zoom,
Yeah.
And then I became on my Zoom. I was eating better, and now I'm actually into it. Like, I really like it. I'm really enjoying it.
She's a gym girly.
She's a gym
I'm a gym girl. It's so nice. Being really annoying with it as well.
No, but I love that.
I love
you have to.
it.
But it's like, if I
Yeah.
didn't post it, I didn't go. Because
Oh,
I,
100%.
You
I
have
know
to
it's a
post,
point. I'm
yeah.
like, you have to post.
I
but
did.
I love it.
You know, when Uche, so she has that page and she does like, oh, we're all going gym every single
Yeah,
day.
she needs to run that again. Tell her
That
to
was
run it
To
again.
really
be fair, she actually
motivating
should.
because I like joined that and I was like, fuck, my watch ain't fucking charged. And I used to imagine be like, I did go today, but the watch ain't charged, I swear. When I closed all my rings, I think so. But that was really motivating to see all the girls. I was like, fuck, it's like, I actually have to go. It's
having
8
that
o'clock, I'm
community.
going and I have to go. Like, that was really
It's good.
motivating. But my toxic trait is laziness don't stop me because I'm like, I'm a pen girl thickums.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You're like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I'm like,
What do we do?
what?
But you could be
But
even
it's-
buffer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
That's how you have to see it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not like I was looking at myself like, oh, I need to. I was just like, but I could really
be.
I need to see my full potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking like, in the future, obviously I want to settle down. I want to have kids and stuff. And I was thinking, okay, cool. I'm not really into the snapback thing because I just think live in whatever body you have. But I thought to myself, I don't have anything to snap back to because there's no muscle memory. Do you know what I mean? There's no muscle
That
memory.
is so real. I've
So
never
even if
thought
I
of that.
wanted to, even if I was like, okay, actually, after I have a child, I want to be able to snap back, or after I have a child, I'm going to start working out. First of all,
late.
if I don't work out now,
Yeah.
you think
With a
after
child.
I
It's
have me, Rita, after I have a
Yeah.
child, I'm going to go to the gym?
No.
I've already got my man and I already got my child.
Who am I working out for?
Like, let's
No,
be for
that's
real.
so
Do you know what I mean?
true.
So I thought about that, and then I thought I have no muscle memory.
Yeah.
And that's why Pilates wasn't even doing what it needed to do. Like, once a week was not working because there was no muscle, like, there's
Yeah.
no muscle
Nothing to go
building, no
back
muscle
to.
training, nothing. It was just, I was just doing
Yeah.
Pilates once a week and getting an Uber back home. Come on, let's be for real. So I just had to wake up, and be like, Rita, you cannot let laziness cap your buffness.
I'm getting back on my Zoom, bro.
You need to get on your
Yeah.
Zoom at 10,
I need to
yeah.
go on my Zoom at
It's
10.
Yeah,
so
and
true.
honestly,
What the
once you
hell?
get into it, it
the
becomes
hell?
like a habit.
What the hell?
And then you...
Have you seen that video on TikTok?
No, I haven't. TikTok is actually a mess.
No, yeah, I always had this thing of like, I need to have abs at some point in my life, and it's got to be before I
At
have a
least
child.
once.
At least
Like,
let me
it's dumb.
Let me
It's just
try
dumb.
it.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me try.
I mean, like, that's how
Let me have a 2-month ab era, and then
Let me try it.
I
Do
don't,
you know what I mean?
I don't even want it for long.
Yeah, I just want to know I had
I
it.
wanna
just
know.
see it. Do you know what I mean? Let me be able to refer back to it and be like, wow, what a time.
when I had abs.
We had a time last night. Do you know what I mean?
I've
Like,
never had abs in my
I just
whole-
want to be like,
that's enough motivation just to be like, let me have it once.
yeah.
That's how I see it. I'm like, let me just have it once.
Yeah.
And it just made me start going to the gym. And then I happened to then book my ticket, which I probably wouldn't have done maybe if I hadn't been working out, because all of my
Right.
friends work out. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're crackheads. They're like on it. Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
So I was like, just kind of just worked out really. And then when I was taking pictures, I was like, oh,
Ooh, skipping.
you've got something there.
Yeah.
Something
sprinkle,
is-
sprinkle.
Oh,
yeah.
this
So
has been so fun.
This has been, oh, honestly, so
So
you're like a
much
breath of fresh air. This was
No,
really
honestly,
lovely.
nice. It's
honestly.
been lovely. Honestly.
Is there anything we want to shout out for?
Shameless plug
Shameless plug. Things to watch.
to look out for.
See, the way you guys worded it, it sounds like I have nothing going on.
Oh, sorry.
But the thing is, I do have things going on. They're
But she
just-
can't say she's under embargo.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Period.
I'm under embargo, so I cannot speak about the things I have going on. No, I'm joking. No, I can't.
No,
but,
She is literally under
just follow
embargo.
her and.
but
watch
yeah,
out.
follow me on my. Do I look at the camera?
Yeah,
go for it.
I haven't looked at the camera once.
So,
Okay, anyways. Follow me guys on Ms Rita B on TikTok and on Instagram. Don't just pre me, yeah. Follow me because I want to grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also on YouTube now.
woo!
So follow me on YouTube and
What's the YouTube?
Oh, my YouTube. Oh, yes, Ms Rita B. MSRITAB. Like, that's my name across the board.
Consistent.
And yeah, that's it, really. And just, there are things marinating.
I love it.
Amen.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, girls. It's been so lovely.
We are going to switch over to Dating Diaries. If you're not a Patreon,
you better get to be a Patreon.
Because, guys, it's literally £3 a month. So it's cheaper than your prep coffee.
Okay. Cool.
See you next week.
Bye.